murders trial enters its final phase as jury deliberations begin. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Chelsea Helms.
And I'm Eric Graves. Deliberations began this afternoon after both sides delivered their closing arguments in the case of Richard Allen.
Now, we do know deliberations have ended for the day. CBS 4's Bob Donaldson joins us live outside the Carroll County Courthouse to start our coverage tonight. Good evening, Bob.
Good evening, Chelsea. As you mentioned, jury deliberations have ended for the day. We watched as those jurors left the Carroll County Courthouse here behind us right around 3:30. Now, their deliberations will start once again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. At this stage of the case, it's worth resetting what the stakes are here. Richard Allen faces 4 charges in this case. He's charged with 2 counts of felony murder, which is causing someone's death while committing another crime. In this case, that other crime is kidnapping. Now, he's also charged with 2 counts of murder. Just over a month ago, 12 jurors, 4 alternates, were chosen from Allen County. The trial itself lasted nearly 3 weeks. Prosecution spent 12 days laying out their case against Richard Allen. The defense used 6 days to make their case and challenge the state's evidence. Today, they all delivered their closing arguments. Again, as we all know, Allen is accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German more than 7 years ago. Allen was arrested 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago now, in October of 2022. CBS 4's Max Lewis was in that courtroom today. In fact, he's been in the courtroom virtually every day of this trial. Yeah. Max, you heard those closing arguments yourself. Yeah. What was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, well, we began the day with prosecutor Nicholas McClellan giving his closing argument. He started with going through some of the basically events of the day of February 13th, 2017, when the girls first went missing. He said that nobody thought that day that anything bad had happened because things like this just don't happen here. McClellan went through all the eyewitnesses that saw the person known as Bridge Guy that day and the timeline of when they saw him. He said Richard Allen is Bridge Guy, and they know that because he placed himself on the trails in that timeline when he came forward to police in the days after the murders. When they searched Allen's home in the fall of 2022, McClellan says they found the Bridge Guy starter kit, including a blue Carhartt jacket and the gun that a state police lab connected to an unfired bullet found between the girls' bodies. McClellan said, if that's not enough to convince you, we have his confessions. The prosecutor played some of the confession phone calls and zeroed in on the one Allen made to his prison psychologist, where he gave a detailed telling of the crime and said he was interrupted by a van, which is a detail that the prosecutor says only the killer would know. In his closing, McClellan said Bridge Guy stole the youth and the light of Abby and Libby. He then told the jury they should consider all the evidence and find Richard Allen guilty. It was then defense attorney Brad Rosie's turn, and he said this case has 4 main themes. Those include a broken timeline, bungled ballistics, false confessions, and digital forensics. He focused on Allen's incarceration and solitary confinement for more than a year and the resulting psychosis, telling the jury, quote, solitary confinement is damaging to a man's brain. Rosie went after the Indiana State Police lab tests that linked the bullet found at the scene with Allen's gun. The magic bullet is nothing more than a tragic bullet, he said, an example of those bungled ballistics. Rosie also emphasized the fact that police found no DNA of any kind connecting Allen to the crime scene, and that there are a number of missing pieces to this crime. And defense attorney Brad Rosie, the other really big thing he hit on was a piece of evidence we just learned this past week, was that for Libby's phone data shows that around 5:45 the evening the girls went missing, something was plugged into the audio jack of her phone and then pulled out later about 10:32. That, of course, blows up the prosecution's timeline because that is well after they say Richard Allen would have left the scene. Now, when Judge Gohl sent the jury to deliberation, she did remind them that they can consider the lack of evidence in their deliberations, but when push comes to shove, they have to give the defense basically the benefit of the doubt, and it's really on the prosecution to get them over that hump of reasonable doubt.
Max, those closing arguments were the culmination of weeks of testimony. Yeah. You were one of the few journalists that were in that courtroom for the entire time. Yeah. Paint us a picture for what that courtroom was like as the jury heard those those final instructions and those closing arguments.
Yeah, well, as you said, I mean, it's been weeks of doing this, and I think everybody is really tired at this point. But today was much different than it had been because we know that this is sort of the end. This was the final say that each side gets before that jury goes and takes this into their hands. So, normally in between things, there's a lot of chatting, talking, people sort of just conversing. Today, when things ended, when we took our breaks, it was silent because you could just feel everybody, feel the tension in there. And I think that's going to continue until we finally get that verdict.
All right, Max, thank you. We'll be talking with you again later in the newscast about what that jury will be doing as we move forward here. Many people were surprised here in Carroll County when the jury left this courthouse so quickly after getting the case. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to be talking to our legal analyst, John Tompkins, about what, if anything, we can draw from the jury's actions today. But for now, we'll send it back to you. Chelsea?
Bob, Max, thank you guys for the insight there. Valuable stuff on the ground in Delphi.
Looking forward to hearing from that legal analyst too. I think a lot of people have questions about the jury, like Bob mentioned, leaving so early. CBS 4 will bring you the verdict in this case as soon as it is announced. You can always find more of our coverage and updates online at cbs4indy.com/Delphi.